This week we traveled to New Orleans, home of jazz, voodoo, Mardi Gras, and Creole. Not to mention there's all the history surrounding the city. It's currently July, so we anticipated some hot and humid weather. So we're at our Airbnb. So cute. Our Airbnb was located southwest of the French Quarter near the Garden District. I really love the New Orleans touch and the cleanliness. After we got settled in, our first stop was the French Market. Here you can find all sorts of food and local vendors. So we got here a pina colada with fresh fruit and shrimp. And then we got char grilled oysters topped with, what was it, butter and cheese. Happy birthday, Jillian.
My first legal drink.
No, you had your first legal drink last night, let's be real.
Okay, but this is my first legal mixed drink.
It's a nice looking street. Just walking distance from the French Market was St. Louis Cathedral, which opened in 1794. It's also known as the oldest cathedral in North America. The inside is free to view when Mass is not in session. Across the street from the cathedral was world-renowned Café du Monde, known for its beignets and café au lait. So this is the menu, pretty straightforward. We ordered some of the beignets before. I got milk and Jillian got the frozen café au lait. Beignets. Honestly, this tastes like funnel cake. So I was a little disappointed because I thought there'd be jelly or something on the inside, but there's not. But I would come back for this. This is worth the money. It's like iced coffee. Afterwards, we walked along the Mississippi River just to check out the area. One of the things that shocked me the most was the amount of people trying to squeeze a dime out of the tourists. So beware of people going up to you to serenade you or throw beads around your neck. They're most likely going to want something in return. So we're on Bourbon Street and low-key smells like vomit and piss. But I don't expect any less for a street where people normally just party.
It's a New Orleans hand grenade. Most touristy drink in New Orleans.
How's it taste?
Sour. Sour. Turn around.
This is Canal Street.
I feel like we're in Miami.
Just because there's palm trees.
Yeah.
Yeah, Canal Street is pretty touristy too, but we're gonna go stop at Superior Seafood next. This is why we came here. It is happy hour, all those cheap drinks, and 50-cent raw oysters. So all of this, a dozen for $6. What?
Oh my god. I am so happy right now. This is the best day of my life. I love oysters.
These are huge too. Here's my hand for reference. That's a thick oyster. Walking back to our Airbnb, and we're in the Garden District. Look how beautiful these houses are. The next day, we went back to the French Market and ordered a breakfast Creole, followed by seafood gumbo and jambalaya at Coop's place. Later that afternoon, we went to the Audubon Aquarium. I'm gonna be honest, the aquarium was okay, but it wasn't anything to brag about if you've already been to a bunch of aquariums. I personally had more fun at the Audubon Butterfly Garden and Insectarium.
Here's the dung beetles, and it happens to be right next to the restrooms. Oh god. Jillian, where did she go? My sister ran. Who's trying to have a kitchen like this? At least they made it culturally appropriate with some Tabasco and Cajun on the counter. Look there at the dining table. Nice. Bug buffet. This roasted crickets.
Is it ground though?
Here, give me one. Give me that one. Crickets. You eat it first, Jillian.
I can't. Vivian's doing the thing that I try not to think about it.
I might throw up later. But it's just psychological. Zoom in on this. A worm. We have a cinnamon worm. Ready?
Vivian's about to take a shot.
That was actually really pleasant. So like on the outside you get the cinnamon hint, and on the inside it's nutty.
Would you
I actually feel like it tastes like almond nut butter. Like I've had this flavor before. You can walk on all these bugs. Look at that scorpion.
They go square up.
And I'll just keep. Never mind. I'll just catch it over. Oh look, turtles. Why is there a ball for the turtles? Oh my goodness, look how big that is. Jillian, look. Aw, it landed on my hand. You missed it. It's the home of Madame Lalaurie, where she tortured and killed many of her slaves here. It's a private residence, unfortunately, so we can't go inside.
Back in the French Quarter, we stopped at Central Grocery to try the famous muffalettas. It was absolutely tasty and affordable. My only regret is not taking some home with me. And for dinner, we ended up at a residential area to eat at the country club. The food was delicious, but more on the expensive side. If you end up eating here, you get half-price entrance to the pool in the backyard. A perfect way to cool off from the heat.
Happy Independence Day! Today we're going to Port of Calls. It's a local burger joint. It's been recommended by a lot of the natives here, and they said it's the best burger you'll ever have. So we're about to check that out right now. This has a blend of tropical juices, honeydew, melon liqueur, brandy, and rum, and it tastes pretty strong. So our food just got here. So gigantic.
That's a good burger. Action.
Happy hour round 2. Yum.
Of course, we had to check out the famous above-ground cemeteries. The water table is very high in New Orleans, so any bodies buried 6 feet underground would probably float.
Can't go inside because I think they closed at 5 o'clock and it's currently 7:30ish. But that's fine because we're still getting a good view from the outside.
During our final hours in New Orleans, we had po' boys and banana pudding at Mahoney's. And of course, we had to have one last drink before heading home.